Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dr. Ahmad Fadil bin Yusuf. My name is Muhammad Shafi'i bin Hasbullah. Together with me, Musa bin Karsimin, Muhammad Isakri bin Yadin. We are from group number 4, representing of CGO Technology Seminar Berhad. We are intent to build a business around digital product. We would like to have a one-stop computer center selling hardware and software in Taman University Skudai Johor Bahru. This is our slogan, use smart the system. While launching any business in the world, risk management and procurement management must be considered. Today's presentation will be on this subject. Number 1, risk management. For the breakdown about risk management, number 1, identify potential risks that we may have to encounter in our project. Number 2, map our identified risk in probability or impact metric. Number 3, create a risk register for our chosen project. Include all the identified risk, description, triggers, risk owner, and probability for it to happen. Number 2, procurement management. For the breakdown, number 1, identify items, services that we plan to purchase in our project. Preparation of quotes from minimum 3 suppliers for purchasing the products. Number 3, preparation of evaluation sheet to evaluate the suppliers. Identify all the criteria needed for the evaluation. Number 4, produce the contract for the project. Consists of a contract for supplier as well as a contract for the party we plan to outsource the task. And last but not least is our conclusion. For risk management, we go for identify potential risks that we may have to encounter in our project. To discover, assess and control threats to our company's capital and profitability is risk management. Financial uncertainty, legal liability, technical challenge, strategic management, failures, accidents and natural disasters are all sources of risk. A successful risk management program will help our organization assess all hazards. Risk management also investigates influence of risk on our organization's strategic goal. Positive risks are opportunities that, if not taken, might improve our company's value. The goal of any risk management program is to reduce risk while preserving and increasing corporate value. Every type of entity can apply the ISO's 5-step risk management approach, which includes the following. Number 1, identify the risk. Number 2, analyze the likelihood and impact of each one. Number 3, prioritize risk based on our business objective. Number 4, treat or respond to the risk conditions. And number 5, monitor result and adjust as necessary. The stages are simple, but the risk management committee should not underestimate the work involved. It starts with a strong grasp of our organization's inner working. As a result, we will need to build a set of processes for identifying the risk our company confronts, their likelihood and impact, and how this corresponds to the maximum risk our organization is ready to tolerate. Table 1 shows the various risks our organization may face in this project. This is 20 risks that we identified, the potential risk and category. Now we go for map our identified risk in probability and impact matrix. We also build a risk matrix to boost our risk management strategy. Our risk matrix is a project management tool. It helps us evaluate risk in terms of probability, likelihood, and severity. It's also called the impact metric. The risks also have diverse repercussions on our business. This is the overall amount of the risk depending on the probability and severity of the consequences. This is the key metric used to prioritize issue and identify business risks. Low. Low risk occurrence are unlikely to occur and do not pose a severe threat or effect to our project. They are alright at the bottom of our to-do list while we deal with bigger difficulties. Medium. Think of medium risk occurrence as speed bumps that slow down our project. A little mitigation will go a long way in making our project function and successfully. For high, it's possible, and without mitigation, this event could badly disrupt our project. The impact is worse, so they all demand prompt action to avoid this. We created a probability and integrity to help us decide which risk to focus on to ensure our business runs smoothly and succeeds. Figure 1 shows the likelihood and impact metric. For acceptable risk, we identify as a risk 4, risk 6, and risk 17. For management or recommended, we identify at risk 1, risk 2, risk 15, and risk 18. For intensive management, we identify as a risk 9 and a risk 19, and others as shown. Our organization focus on aggressive timeline, external risk, technology change, inadequate project management, and stakeholder issues. The tight deadline and external risk were thought to be high probability and effect on our project's progress. For the external risk, we have designed very systematic research study on the user requirement and will equip our network, software, and hardware with the latest security technology to overcome the threat or any malicious attack later. Also, the change in technology could have a moderate impact on our company. So we need to hire a skilled IT firm to modernize our web system. We will stay up with the globalized IC paradigm in terms of hardware. We will also adjust our contract to benefit the provider. However, we will send and arrange proper training sessions for our people to obtain more knowledge and expertise in project management. We will also conduct activities to maintain a strengthened internal and external relationship, culture, tolerance, and awareness for complete stakeholder cooperation. A great risk register for our chosen project. All of the identified potential risks have been registered in order to overcome the risk from time to time during the implementation of the project. Includes the description of the risk, the triggers, the risk owner, and the probability for them to happen would be referred to the Appendix A. This registered risk table will clearly show to us what the actual action and plan need to be taken so as all of them can be handled simultaneously along the project progression soon. This is a 20 table that we identified. Consists of risk, description, the category, root cause, triggers, potential, responses, risk owner, probability, and impact. We categorize as low, medium, and high. Now we go for procurement management. First thing, we identify items or services that we plan to purchase in our project. Throughout the project, CGO Technologies Syndrome Rahat plans to purchase resources, including items and services. We use all isolated items with preferred pricing and quantity. The shop selling computer hardware and software and internet platform for improved access to our consumer, and a significant shop improvement on the first floor with all features in this list. Prepare quotes from minimum 3 suppliers for purchasing the product. In order to have a great quality product and services from the suppliers, we have sent an offer letter instead of requesting them to give their quotation to several IT companies. Examples of the question that we have learned from the companies are in the listing. Number one, we get from the untaxed variable height, the figures as shown. Number two, from malware, the figure as shown. Number three, from ProData, and the figure also as shown. Now we go for prepare evaluation sheet to evaluate the suppliers. Identify all the criteria needed for the evaluation. CGO technology scenario had used the evaluation sheet to evaluate suppliers, technical specifications, capital strength, experience of performance, value added and guarantee provided were evaluated. We analyze online service providers based on their task scope, certifications, techniques, historical performance, and pricing given. This is the evaluation form from item or resources purchasing. We identify company untapped score the highest of 93%. For online service provider, we identify for company opens apps with score of 97%. The products to contract for the project. This project's most significant aspect is creating an agreement contract for the selected companies. The contract must be accurate and effective for both parties and must meet all standards set forth by the National Procurement Department. We created 2 contracts for 2 different services. This is a supplier rental agreement contract. This is an online services provider agreement contract. Go for the conclusion. Effective risk monitoring and management is expensive when the client is unaware of the value given. So understanding risk management approach is crucial. Risk management can help prevent or limit potentially catastrophic situations. For the first time, an organization's culture moved from reactive to proactive decision making, anticipating occurrence that threaten our aims become regular and risk management becomes essential. Efficiency is generally prioritized in procurement and supply chain management. The main reason is procurement is time-consuming, and efficiencies in the procurement process can cause delays and unnecessary labor for many people and teams. The company should also review their overall procurement procedure to ensure they are not overpaying. Yeah, I think that's all, Doctor, for this time. And thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
CGO Technologies presenting. We are one-stop solution for your need. Various brands of